Today we'd like to factor ax squared plus bx plus c. So the other day we showed you how to factor, say, x squared minus 2x, we'll say minus 63. You knew that factored to x minus 9 times x plus 7. And what was nice about that is, you saw that negative 9 and positive 7, they add to negative 2. When you're factoring something with a coefficient in front, this a value, it doesn't work that way. You can't simply find two numbers that multiply to 8 that add to negative 15. Anytime you see a number in front, you always start with, is there a common factor? Is there a common factor among 2x squared, negative 15x, and negative 8? There is not. And so we're left to either a guess and check method or an AC method. I'll show you both. Guess and check method. What multiplies to 2x squared? 2x and x. And then 8, it's a negative 8, so I'm either going to have a negative 1 and a positive 8, or a negative 8 and a positive 1, or a negative 2 and a positive 4, or a negative 4 and a positive 2. And really, we're just guessing, and then we're checking. So I'm pretty confident it's going to be 2x and x, because that's my only option. But would somebody like to throw out an option? Yes. Negative 8 and positive 1. Okay? So how do I check to see if that's right? Well, you actually multiply it out. Fortunately for us, we know that the 2x times the x is going to give us the 2x squared. And we know that the negative 8 times the 1 is going to be negative 8. The question is, what about the inside and the outside? Negative 8 times 1, negative 8x, and then 2x times 1, 2x. That makes positive 6x if we add those together, doesn't it? So negative 8x and positive 2x, that makes negative 6x. So that's not right. But it's okay because maybe it will work the other way. Maybe if we try positive 1 and negative 8, maybe that will work. And so you have to go through a series of guessing and checking your options. 1 times x is 1x, and 2x times negative 8 is negative 16x. Do those add to negative 15x? So therefore, you know you've done it correctly. We'll try another one. 8x squared minus 10x plus 3. I have 8x and x, or I have 4x and 2x. So notice how the 8x squared has two options. What multiplies to positive 3? 1 and 3, or negative 1 and negative 3? Will it be the positive 1 and the positive 3, or the negative 1 and negative 3? It'll be the negative 1 and negative 3 because it adds to a negative. So we know to use these two. All right, would you like to try the 4x and the 2x or the 8x and the x? It's up to you. 4x, 2x. We'll try a minus 1 and a minus 3. Negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. 4 times negative 3x is negative 12x. Negative 2x and negative 12x, does that make negative 10x? It does not. Somebody have a different option? Yeah, let's try 4x minus 3 and 2x minus 1. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. And 4x times negative 1 is negative 4x. Does that make negative 10x? It does. And so therefore we know that this is the correct factorization. Do you wish there was a different option? I will show you a different option. Sometimes people don't like this option. And it's up to you. I would say first hour, I would say 2/3 of the people chose to use the AC method, and 1/3 of the people chose to use guess and check. I use guess and check almost all the time, but I have a little bit easier time guessing and checking sometimes than other people do. So I'm going to do the same problem. I'm going to show you using the AC method. Why do we call it AC? Because you take this A value and you multiply it by the C value. So you take 2 times -8, you get so that 2 just kind of disappears. We're going to have to bring it back. Challenge about the AC method is most people don't understand why it works. So it's going to appear like magic, and it probably is going to feel that way. So I can factor x squared minus 15, x minus 16, right? X minus 16, x plus 1. So far, so good? All right, what number did we make disappear? We're going to have to bring that 2 back in. I'm going to put it right in front, both spots there. Now we know both 2's can't stay because 2x times 2x is 4x squared. It's not 2x squared. So here's how you simplify it from here. Are 2 and 16 both divisible by the same number? What are they divisible by? 2. So divide it by 2, and you get x minus 8. Are 2 and 1 both divisible by the same number? Just 1, so it stays the same. So it's just 2x plus 1. Notice what we got. Isn't this the same as this? It sure is. Now, if the AC method confuses you a little bit, let's just try it again. It'll probably feel better this time. How do I start? What do I do? Yep, the 8 times the 3. And I get x squared minus 10x plus 24. Does that factor? To what? X minus 6 times x minus 4. I usually like to leave a little bit of space there. What number did I get rid of? 8. So I'm going to put that 8 back. What are 8 and 6 divisible by? Divide them by 2, and you get 4x minus 3. What are 8 and 4 divisible by? 4. And you get 2x minus 1. You try this bottom one. You can either guess and check, or you can use the AC method. Either option is up to you. You try to see if you can factor it by using one of those 2 methods. Go ahead. For those that are curious, it is 3x plus 1 and 2x minus 9. I'll roll through the, so just out of curiosity, raise your hand if you did the AC method. Okay, so about half. So the AC method, we would take 6 times 9 is 54. So x squared. Go Gadget Smartboard. We'll write negative 54. Yeah, my smartboard is all angry at me right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's still red. We're gonna I don't know if it still records during that situation. Should see what happens. And see if it started again. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, so if you're hearing this in the recording YouTube, sorry, the smartboard just kind of quit on me. Let's try that again. So you get x squared minus 25x minus 54. And it's hard to come up with those factors. It is. But in this situation, 54 divided by 2 is a 27. So we have 27 and 2. You can see that that's going to get us to our 25. So minus 27 and plus 2. And then we got rid of 6, so you can put the 6 back on. 6 and 27 are divisible by 3. So you get 2x minus 9. And 6 and 2 are divisible by 2, so 3x plus 1. So you can see either way you do it, you come up with the same result. And that's that. Open your homework. And you are now ready to work on the factoring sheet like this. I want you guys to know that your previous assignments that I had you working on, this is that level 3 problem stuff. You do not have to complete the level 3. If you did, good for you, but you don't have to. So if you don't know how to do some of those, that's okay. But if you'd like to challenge yourself, you sure can. So right now you can see this piece, which is factoring ax squared plus bx plus c. Those are the factoring problems you like to give a try.